You came up with the Dodgers, right?
I did, yeah.
Okay. But did you pitch for the Dodgers, or you were just in the organization?
I did.
Okay.
No, I came up in '76. I got called up from Double-A in September. I got injured in '77, got back at the end of '78, and then '79 I was there, '80, '81. I was with the club '81 during that strike season. They went on to win the World Series. I wasn't on that postseason roster. I rearranged Lasorda's office, as you remember, and I ended up getting traded to Cleveland about a week later. Yeah.
What was the build up to that when you go in and you get so upset with Tommy Lasorda that you just tear everything apart?
Well, I was told that I was going to get to start one more game, and the second half of the season it didn't matter. And Tommy started saying that the opportunity didn't present itself. One thing led to another, and I just started rearranging, his office a little bit. He didn't care for that. But a career, really a life-saving moment was I was going to throw his rolling chair through the big Frank Sinatra wall. You've been it. You saw it. You know, all the pictures and albums all over the world. To Tommy, love Frank. And as I started to throw it, Dusty Baker had come into the office, and he grabbed the chair, and laughing, he told me, he said, "Kid," he said, "you're in enough trouble. You don't need Frank pissed off."
Have you done any practical jokes lately? Pulled any pranks on your celebrity friends?
I'm sure I have. Thinking of one really not off the bat, I can't. But I the one I go back to, my favorite one of all, every time I think of you, I mean, we were there for Mark Grace's first golf tournament, and, they bring Bill Murray up, and Murray, he critiques me really good. And then all of a sudden, Gracie grabbed the mic. We started auctioning off that trip to Randy Henley's fantasy camp. And Gracie, right off the bat, bid $1,000. And he said, I told my dad right there, Gene Grace, that I was going to buy him a trip to the fantasy camp. And Murray grabbed the mic, and he said $2,000. Well, it goes back and forth, and all of a sudden Gracie said $10,000 for a trip to Randy Henley's fantasy camp for my dad. And Murray grabs the mic, and only like he can in character, he's almost crying. He goes, "I told my dad that I would buy him a trip to Randy Henley's fantasy camp, but my dad died 7 years ago." And Gracie had to spend $10,000 in his own golf tournament for a trip to Henley's fantasy camp, who, we can go for free anytime. Anyway, I thought that was great.
But didn't you used to do stuff to Mark Harmon all the time, the great actor? You guys don't do that anymore?
Now that he's Mr. NCIS and all of that, he's kind of hard to get to. He's got security around him. But one of my favorite things of all was when the last week of David Letterman's show, you guys can go back and look at it. Mark Harmon was one of the guests, of course, that last week. And instead of talking about NCS, Harmon talked about all the mean things that I've done to him over the years. But, he got he finally got more than even. Remember when they put that billboard up on me at Wrigley right before the All-Star game? They not only put my phone number on it, which back in that day, that's all we had. Yeah, for ticket information, the All-Star game, called Rick Sutcliffe. But then they put my senior high school picture up on that Tadburn thing. And I don't know, I don't look good now, but I looked a lot worse even back then. But the funniest part was Harmon on Letterman, he told David, he said, "Yeah, here's what happened. Barry Axelrod and I, our agent, it cost $17,000, and we called 15 people to see if they wanted to get even with Sutcliffe. It'll cost you $1,000." And Harmon said the first 15 said they were in. Harmon said we could have made $100,000 on it.
But didn't you dump like rocks in his front yard or something? Didn't you do something with a dump truck with Mark Harmon?
He was rearranging he was redoing his house, which, he loves to do a lot of that stuff. And he went into this big storage bin where they had all their utilities and stoves and things to show Jennifer Axelrod, Barry's wife, the stove that his mom had left him. Anyway, as Jennifer came out, I locked Mark into that storage bin. and it had one of those big chain locks. And anyway, as we're on our way to the ballpark, I was playing for the Cubs that day. Barry says, "Well, I wonder where Mark's at. He doesn't answer his phone." And I said, "Well, I know where he's at. He's locked in that storage."
You left him in there?
Yeah, they eventually came and they had to cut the deadbolt to get him out. But yeah, that was it. And the favorite thing was his bachelor party when he brought all of his celebrity friends to Arizona. He's the sexiest man alive on People magazine. And, when they get out, I've got Rhino and Jody and Zonk there, and we're going to have a game. We're going to play a game against the Hollywood stars. And I give them T-shirts and hats and wristbands. And as they're running out to center field, I was going to hit him some fly balls to get him loose. Mark looked to our agent, Axelrod, and said, "This is awesome." He goes, "What a great guy Rick is." And Dan, right as I got him all to center field, I had the ground crew turn on the sprinkler system. And if you turn it on full blast, as you know, it's like a BB gun. They're all laying on the ground, and they had to crawl off. And, it was recycled sewer water. And, of course, I took all their luggage and hid it. And so they end up, wearing those Cubs T-shirts the rest of the night. So, yeah, that's why the billboard went up.
Yeah, I can understand that.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.